Good afternoon, everyone, and I'm Kieran Costa, and welcome to the Palo Alto gym here, and joining me today is Sunay Singhani and CJ Rulo to give you an in-depth analysis on the game. Today we have a great matchup between the Cats and the Vikings. Any initial thoughts, CJ and Sunay?
Well, especially for the Vikings, under Coach Scott Peters, he's been here forever, it seems, and I've seen a lot of the players he's had come through. Carly Leong is one of the seniors. Ellie Jeffries, Grace Thayer, they all were here last time I've been here. It's been a while since I've been to this, not since the old gym was torn down and they were playing in a gun stadium. But, 9-0 in league, senior night tonight, that's definitely going to be helping them, 15-5 overall. I say they've got a pretty good shot if then they get to the CCS. Scott Peters just does an excellent job. He teaches them a very up-tempo, pass-based offense, but they score a lot of points, and I think that's going to help them against the Cats. Cats are only 4-5 in league, 9-11 overall, and just haven't been doing as well as they could have done in the past.
Yeah, CJ and Kieran, it's Carly night here. We already see the posters. It's senior night, so obviously a big night for the Paly girls. So they obviously want to come out here and play really good in front of their fans, and they're faithful. So look out for Carly Leong, number one. All focus will be on her. We can already see that early on with the fans.
Looks like she has her own little section there as everyone's cheering for her and the Vikings here tonight. We've got the opening tip-off coming up next on MC Sports right after this. As there you see. As it is senior night here in Palo Alto, the best senior on this team, Carly Leong, the fans going crazy. She gets a bouquet of flowers and a necklace from her team.
Kieran, to add to what you say, the only senior on this entire roster, one senior, and that's her. She's been with the team the longest. Through all the tough times, has played with some pretty good players, including Archer Olson, who was started here and then went out to Gunn.
As she walks through the balloons with her family, her brother, her mom, and her dad, and she's now standing for photos. Prints out of her face, big sign saying Carly night.
If you think about it, it really is Carly night because she's the only senior on this team. So it must be nice to have a whole night just for yourself in your high school days already. She's getting a huge ovation.
Hey, Carly, what's special about her is that she's never been given anything. She had to earn everything she got. And it created a little chip on her shoulder, and that's what given her the drive to be the player she is. And she's probably, since I've been here, the best scorer we've ever had.
As Coach Peters just got done with the speech he had.
Coach says that she's earned everything that she's got, always playing with a chip on her shoulder.
As the team poses with her. This team is fairly young if you think about it. Four freshmen on this team, which is a good amount. Then the rest are really almost all juniors if you think about it. So next year when you look at this, CJ, as you mentioned, Grace Thayer is a sophomore. She's, of course, going to be a focus of this Paly offense if you think about it. And then 44, Ellie Jeffries is also a junior, so she'll be here next year, excuse me. And she's going to be both those girls are going to be a big focus.
Yeah, but one thing, I mean, that Coach Peters has done a great job of is utilizing the height. And what I mean by that is, so normally that most people would probably go, oh, that's a tall team. Tallest player on this team is Ilata Turgid, the freshman 6'1" forward. 6'1" is the tallest.
And she's a freshman, too.
And a freshman. So this is going to be something you don't see often. Average height of the team, just looking at this, I'd say probably around, what, 5'8" and a half, 5'9", yeah. So definitely something that Coach Peters has done a good job of. But now looking at Los Gatos, on the other hand.
I mean, but just by the naked eye, you can just see that there's a lot more height compared to the Los Gatos team that Paly has.
Yeah, Los Gatos will, most Gatos will have to go inside and try to post up, get some easy layups there. Obviously the taller team. Los Gatos going through the stretching here and ready to play Palo Alto.
It must be great to be Carly Leong. I mean, you're a senior, it's your last home game. And, I mean, going into the playoffs, too, this team is 9-0 in the league. So they're going to have a pretty high playoff seeding. In fact, they probably are number 1 right now in the league. So when you look at the CCS this year, they're also Division I. So that makes them that's a pretty strong conference, if you ask me, in the CCS. There are a lot of teams like St. Francis, even Midi this year doing really well. So going forward, Palo Alto has had it easy so far, but if you look at it, it could get harder and harder.
Well, you know, especially going 15-5, and I don't know how strong their out-of-conference was, but CCS is one of the better ones in this area. It's the only one in this area, but I know down south they got some pretty good conferences, especially. There's this one high school, I don't remember the name of it, that's the only problem. It's a Los Angeles area high school, and apparently their girls team at one point was undefeated for 3 straight years. There's 3 straight years, that's including playoffs, that's including their section.
Yeah, that's awesome.
As the Palo Alto Vikings are undefeated in league, let's see if they can keep that up today and stay undefeated in league throughout the whole season.
I really wonder what we'll see from someone other than Carly Leong. There's Ellie Jeffries, there's Grace Dyer. CJ, what do you think?
You know, honestly, just looking at this, I honestly don't know too much, though. Apparently there is this freshman running around, number 23, Annika Shaw, 5'6" freshman guard. I don't know much about it, though. Apparently she has been just tearing up the league. Freshman year, and you're already scoring apparently 40 points. That's impressive. And you are playing in one of the, I wouldn't say the hardest league in the area, but definitely one of the harder leagues, and that's the SCVAL. You got Gunn, Mountain View, Los Altos, Palo Alto, Cupertino, Los Gatos, and then Santa Clara High School, Homestead High School. I mean, you're not talking WCal, you're not talking Peninsula League, but you're talking you got some quality schools in this. And 40 points a game. 40 points, just think about that right now. High school freshman year, 40 points average.
The Palo Alto Vikings are coached by Scott Peters, assisted by Chris Morris and Dan Odishu, while the Wildcats are coached by Matthew Holm. I think it will be a battle of the coaches tonight and see which one can out-strategize the other coach.
It always is, Kieran. Coaching is, I would say, the second most important thing. First comes, of course, their defense, I would say. Second is the coaching and what he can do. If the coaches can get their game plan across to the girls and say, okay, really, do this, do that. Not the X and O's, but more of what defensive schemes are you going to use, where you're going to go on offense, who's going to be your number 1 scorer, what plays are you going to call on offense. And I think that, to me, is the second most important factor after defense that comes into play after in this high school basketball game. So, yeah, you're right. And Coach Peters is a great coach. 9-0 league, the record definitely shows it.
Yeah, when he's not coaching here at Palo Alto, he's got his own thing. He's got a travel basketball team called the Palo Alto Nightmare. And I remember when we used to film their summer ball camps at some of the local middle schools. He's just a nice guy. I mean, he literally cares about basketball. I'm gonna say this much: when he retires, I hope he gets either the court named after him or something, because he's put in a lot of time and effort into this team.
That would be great.
Actually, and speaking of getting court named after Menlo Atherton, last time we were out there, we got to see the court named for their greatest coach ever, Pam Wimberly. Over 600 wins at a high school. I'm going to say that. That's it.
That was a great moment last week in Menlo Atherton. But now we're focusing on this game today as we got Palo Alto and Los Gatos. Palo Alto looks to be the favorite, 9-0 in league, but let's see if Los Gatos can give him a hard fight and get a win tonight.
Let's check in with the rankings here for the state. Los Gatos is 449th and Paly is 159th. A big difference there between the two teams.
I'm going to say this much, though. Rank honestly has nothing to do with it. I've seen some teams who come in higher ranked, and they'll get a little lax, because they'll be like, okay, hey, we're doing really well in league. We've got a spot locked up. No, they'll get lax, and then it'll actually kind of force them to turn around. I've seen that happen in Menlo Atherton. I've seen that here. I still remember one time, Paly and Gunn, they had about a 50 ranking point difference, and Gunn actually led for about 3/4 of the game, and then Paly turned around in the fourth. Literally just had one good quarter, but they were trailing for most of the game.
That's the thing with these high school games. I think if it's within 10 points, at 10 or 12 points, it's always manageable. Because in this day and age, we live in the Bay Area, we see it. NBA basketball also, it started here, I guess you could say, with three-point shot. Even in high school now, I would say the three-point shot is really transforming. A few weeks ago, we saw that in Menlo Atherton too. There were a lot of three-pointers put up by both teams. And, with the addition of a three, I guess you could say the game is never out of reach.
Is that like adding the forward pass in football? I still remember when that was considered a trick play. Forward pass, what's that? It's a trick play. No, here's what you do. You take the running back, you hand it to him, you give right through the middle. All right, anything else?
Yeah.
How about the forward pass? Oh, that's a trick play. What's that?
We have about 7.5 minutes till we start here. I think it'll be a great matchup if the Wildcats can hang with them early, maybe force some turnovers and build up a lead at halftime. Maybe they can hold on and get a win, but I feel like if one team can jump out to an early lead, maybe they can dominate the rest of the game.
Yeah, that tends to happen always when you look at, the first quarter. It's so important to start out well. You talk about fast break points, getting the turnovers in and converting those into points. Usually whoever gets out first early in these types of games, they tend to win.
Yeah, and we saw that last week. Menlo Atherton come out against Carlmont. They put up 50 points first half. On pace to score 100. They only ended up scoring, I think it was 85. But you put up 50 in the first half, and I think it was almost 35 in the first quarter alone. That's just making a statement right there.
Yeah.
And in basketball, that's critical.
Some college teams don't even get 50 up, so that's and a half, I would say.
Some college teams barely put up 60 in a game, and MA just went off last week on Carlmont.
But there is a giant skill difference. You're talking, if we're talking serious D1, so that's Louisville, North Carolina, Duke, who else we got? Arizona, Gonzaga, Butler. Skill difference. That's just key. You're going to have 12 guys all around the same skill level, all very high level, versus high school where you got a much more wider spread.
Yeah, and I mean, to your point, that's where coaching comes in. I think you think of these teams, Duke, Kentucky, Kansas. They all stay relevant. Why? Because you hear these names: Bill Self, Mike Krzyzewski, John Calipari. All of those three, and probably many more, of course, are such good coaches. They know how to stay relevant, even with the players that they have. Even though you might, see that Duke and UNC have dropped a little bit in the top 25, but when it comes time for March Madness, boy, those guys will be ready to play.
And don't forget, of Coach Bob Knight at Indiana. That guy's legendary there.
UNC ranked 21, beat Duke a couple days ago, ranked 9. Big win for them, as they showed right there. A ranking didn't mean a lot to them. It was a big rivalry game, lots of adrenaline in the building. Everyone was really fired up. The crowd was really into it. Let's see if the Paly crowd can get their team fired up here tonight.
I would say so. It's senior night. So senior night, always people want to come watch. Even though it may not seem like that right now, we know for the boys' game, it's going to be rocking.
Not really senior night for the girls. One senior, Carly Leong. I mean, we can just call it Carly Leong night.
Yeah.
There's no other seniors on this team.
That's safe to say that. And I mean, we've already seen posters that just say Carly night.
As the captains of a team out in the middle with the refs, as we have about 3:40 to go till tip here in Palo Alto.
Might I add at the moderately new gym. I mean, I was here when they tore down the original one. And all those asbestos, you never thought about it until like recently. And then you get all this news, and then you're like, oh, we were playing in that. Oh my. And then I saw so many good games there, and they played with that since the 30s.
Yeah. I mean, you have many great memories, but you want to make those memories and build those up here in this gym too. And I'm sure, I mean, they've already started out so great. I bet.
If you guys look on the other side of the court, we got a whole wall of fame over there. I saw all of the teams. I mean, they got all those great players over there. They got Harbaugh. I got a lot of players we don't know, and they're hopefully going to be adding some new ones soon too.
Yep. That's one thing about high school is that Hall of Fame, state championship list always keeps growing. You never know what sport can win at any time. And so I always respect that about high school.
Yeah. I mean, especially, they got this in the gym right here. I mean, they got their 5 state championships. Boys basketball, 1992, 1993, and then 2005 and 2006. Football, state Division I champions, 2010, 2011. And then back-to-back years for volleyball, 2010, 2011, and 2011, 2012. And then you got all the league titles they've got, all the CCS titles they've got. This has definitely got some story behind it.
And I mean, you just talk about the new building, really. You can really feel that.
All the history. I mean, behind us, we've got carvings of some of the more famous people that have come through here for sports.
I would say that this is not a typical high school gym. This is bigger.
No.
I give credit to whoever designed
this. This is equivalent, I would say, to a moderately nice, smaller college.
Yeah.
We're talking like Santa Clara University sized, maybe a little bit smaller than that.
I also think this is a Maple Pavilion's feel too.
Maple's nice, but when you walk around Maple's, we've been there.
Yeah.
You don't have all this. You don't have like, okay, these are the players who've come through. These are the ones who made it to WNBA. These are the ones Olympic. It just isn't the same. And I feel like in high school it's a little more, personal because sometimes you actually you might have classes with these people, or you might have, known them, seen them around campus, stuff like that.
And I know on screen it may look empty, but this place is so big that it looks empty. I mean, but right now when Carly Leon's name was called, you could hear that there's a good amount of people here in attendance.
I'm going to say this. If we had brought in the St. Francis Cathedral game here, it would have been full.
Yeah, that St. Francis gym, I have to say, even though I go there, it's a tiny one. Not as big as this. Impressive job, I would say, by Paly administration to build this one.
Alexa Wong, one of the starters, along with Gina Gelfman. Lexi Hayter and Sabrina Blelquist, two more of the starters for Los Gatos. The last starter, Paige Frontsack. And now for Palo Alto. Carly Martin starting. Grace Thayer and Annika Shaw. Ellie Jeffries and, of course, Carly Leong. Even though there's not many people here, her section going wild. Poster of her face being held in the front row.
I mean, you got to respect that. Carly Leong has put her sweat, blood, and tears, if you will, to this basketball team.
She's in the middle of the Palo Alto huddle, getting them ready for tonight's game.
Vikings in the white, all white with green Vikings down the sides of the jerseys and on the pants. Gatos in the traditional black, orange lettering, orange and white stripes, orange numbers on the back.
I think the X factor to me in this game is number 23, the freshman, Annika Shaw. She's a freshman. She wants to make a statement, and what better way to do it than to start in a senior night game.
Tip controlled by the Cats. Gina Gelfman up top. Handoff. It gets up top to Michaela Farrington.
Vikes doing a very good job right now of pressing down, not letting any shooters get open.
Alexa Wong got it. Driving. Throws up a wild shot, no good. Rebounded by Grace Thayer. Shaw got it. Her pass to the corner. Three ball, no. For Ellie Jeffries, rebounded by Los Gatos. Pushing hard.
Two great defensive plays by both teams.
Alexa Wong, no good on a three. Los Gatos got it back. Second chance point. Three ball, no. Another rebound for Palo Alto. Annika Shaw looks like she's running the point here.
Yeah, let's see if they can get Carly Leong on that action.
Ellie Jeffries back to Shaw. Back to Jeffries. Back to Shaw.
Oh.
Step back three. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Paly up 3-0.
Well, that's
shot clock winding down. Nice step back three.
That's one way to start a game right there.
Corner three by Wong. Looks to answer, no. Rebounded by Martin, her second.
And something the Cats cannot do is let Paly get any sort of momentum. They've got to shut that down very quickly.
Shaw, this time from the corner. Paly on top, 6-0.
And another thing the Cats got to do is then shut her down quickly. That's 2 threes already, and we saw that in the MA game. There was a guy who went off 6 out of 7 threes the whole game, 18 points.
Gina Gelfman got it.
I mean, this is one of the things we talked about before the game, the three-point shot being a big factor in high school sports.
Alexa Wong down the lane. She's called for a travel.
Talk about Shaw putting on a good two possessions in a row. A freshman. This is something that, you know, when the lights are on, you want to play good.
Carly Leong airballs her first three of the night.
Senior night jitters?
Maybe.
Hardly. She's been here long enough. She's been through a lot of them. I understand what you mean, though. It's like being a senior is different from being there, though.
And she's called for a travel.
No, I think she stepped out.
Nah, I think it was a combination of both. She took an
I will
extra
take
time.
that. I will take that.
Gelfman got it in the backcourt.
Interesting that
Pushing.
Paly's doing a little full court press.
Yeah, that seems to be something they run a lot more in high school, especially early on in the games, than you do see in college or pros. And a reach foul right there. That's on Ellie Jeffries.
So far, we've seen really good defense from Paly. They've taken out the paint, which I think is important.
All outside shots. You said it, Sune, and they haven't connected yet.
On the last out, Turgic subbed in for Thayer. Going for a little more height there.
Gelfman, step back jumper. No good. Offensive rebound, another one for the Wildcats. And again, Paige Franksnack has gotten back-to-back offensive rebounds. And a travel called.
The mistake that she's making is that she's moving her pivot foot too quickly. So I would you want to get set first, maybe do a little jump stop, and then go ahead and drive. Because that's going to get called every time.
Annika Shaw driving the lane, goes up, scoop layup, no. And Carly Leong is said to be out of bounds, trying to save it. And the Wildcats get it back. Full court press. Shaw pushing Gelfman. They get to Michaela Farrington inside, no good. Rebounded by Carly Leong. She got it, it's knocked away. But off the foot of Gelfman.
So far, it's been a kind of a slow-paced game. Paly's, as we've seen, slowed it down other than that one shot by Annika Shaw. But look at this. They like to slow it down and run their half-court offense.
Yeah. And a 1.56 freshman checking in for another Carly Martin, going in for Annika Shaw.
Annika Shaw has all 6 points for both teams. She has all the points in this game, has been taken out. Oh! Through the contact, Alana Abita scores, and she's going to the line for an and one.
And a 30-second timeout called by Coach Holm of the Wildcats.
That's the right decision by Coach. You gotta slow the game down here. You're down 8-0. Just under 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. They need to get a basket.
You see Coach Shaw on the screen, and
as out of a timeout, Abita will be at the line. Shooting 1. Hits everything and goes down. Olivia Lowe checks in for Michaela Farrington on the Wildcats. 9-0 lead for Paly. They pushed, tipped away. Leon got it and lost it. Our reach-in foul. Alana Beta with the reach-in on Sabrina Bilquist. Gina Gelfman has it up top. Flips it over to Alexa Wong. She got it. Jump pass to Paige Franczak, and she's fouled going up. She goes to the line for a couple of free throws.
Opportunity to get the first 2 points for the Cats on the board.
Missed the first.
It's something that it's like something, you know, entire gym goes silent. And that's something I remember reading an article about a couple basketball players, and they were told, what's worse, the fans actually being there or the silence? And they said the silence, because you overfocus. You focus too much.
That is very true. I think when you expect the noise, some part of your brain just focuses on expecting.
The second
that
one,
noise.
good. 9-1 lead for Palo Alto. Annika Shaw back in the game.
So the first points for Los Gatos coming a little late.
A long pass to Leong. Throws it out of bounds.
So I wonder what's going on right now. That was a cut that she missed. Carly Leong missed a wide open cutter going to the basket. That would have been easy too.
Gelfman has the ball. Stolen by Annika Shaw. Open layup. It's good.
Annika Shaw has
8 of the 11 here.
yep.
Making a statement. You know, freshman year, this is going to be something to watch in a couple of years.
Nice
Gelfman
pass.
goes to Wong. She makes a beautiful pass inside to Paige Fronkzak, and she goes to the line again.
That was a beautiful pass. Got it right away. Almost a touch pass. But she lasered that through between 2 defenders.
Fronkzak missed that. She's now 1 of 3 from the line, taking all 3 free throws for this team and has the only point. Hit the second. Split twice on the last 2 possessions. 11-2 Paly. Thayer.
Sounds a bit like a football score right now.
Ellie Chapters.
You know, a safety and then a touchdown and a field goal and another safety.
She's doing work.
Never mind, make that a touchdown PAT and another touchdown to a safety.
She is doing work. That was a nasty drill move.
What's that? 10 out of the 13 now?
Yep.
On pace for 50? What do you think?
Oh, give it to
Maybe.
her. Give it to her.
Shaw, step back 3. Oh, no, hit the rim. Oh,
That's when you know a player is confident, when you take a step back.
a little bit of a heat check. But if she got it, she would have kept on rolling.
Someone get her the microwave badge from 2K. Someone get her that microwave badge.
I think this is a really good Paly defense as the player just goes inside. And
Scoop layup, no, for Shaw. This time with a beautiful pass. Corner 3, no good for LF Turgut.
out of bounds Paly ball. It'll be interesting. I always like the concept of out of bounds plays. It's a kind of an easy way to get a free shot as Carly Leong checks back in.
Yeah, Leong, DiGeronimo, and Turgid all back in.
Yeah, beautiful design there.
Shaw finds Turgid for the layup.
Beautiful design.
Now the Cats with another timeout. And I'm going to ask this. If either of you or Coach Holm, what are you trying to do right now in the huddle?
Get an easy bucket. Get a layup. To be honest, from the Wildcats offense, I've only seen one screen. If you think about it, screens are the main source of really points, because screens can do one thing: set a player open. But not only that, but then they kind of they kind of shift the defense a little. But Paly defense, they have not given up anything. I've only seen a few wide open shots that Los Gatos has not been able to hit. But credit to the Paly defense. But CJ, if I was Coach Holm, I would be drop a play to set screens.
Annika Shaw has 8 more points than the whole Los Gatos team at this point. Let's see if they can turn that around. all the points coming from 3 throws here. All the points for Los Gatos coming from 3 throws. Fronczak has split her 2 trips to the line. Ellie Jeffries, unnecessary foul in the backcourt. Oh, it's an offensive foul. And Palo Alto gets the ball back. Annika Shaw, they go way into the backcourt. They really wanted to get her the ball there.
Good denial.
Brings the ball across the timeline. Oh, pass to the corner. Carly Leong finds Jeffries. Air balls for 3.
I don't think anyone has made a 3 other than Annika Shaw today for Paly, and it's been bad. It's air balls too. Carly Long did one, and now Jeffries has one.
Ashley Pashad playing catch with Olivia Lowe. Fronczak, layup, good, and a foul. She has all 4 for Los Gatos and is going to the line for the 5th time.
Sheer strength inside the paint. 2 defenders coming right on top of her. Nice bucket to put it in.
Another first point's not by a free throw. I hope. They haven't changed the scoreboard. I'm a little concerned.
She misses a 3 throw, 15-4.
Oh, that wasn't wise.
Paly made a bad pass, and Fronczak decided to try and save it. She goes out of bounds. It would have been their ball, but instead it's to Palo Alto. And Annika Shaw finds Turgid, and she's fouled going up.
I would say it's Paly's gotten lucky. They've had a few stretches here and there where they've airballed a shot or had a couple bad passes, but they've gotten it right back, really.
The first 3 throw, no good. The second one missed also. And Olivia Lowe gets the rebound. Finds Pashad. They go inside, back outside. 3 ball, no. Rebounded by Palo Alto. Shaw, cross-court pass Jeffries. And they find, they find Turgid inside. Big block, though, by Los Gatos. Olivia Lowe got the block. About a 10-second differential between shot clock and game clock here. 24 seconds and there was a foul, and off the inbounds play, Alexa Wong drove, missed the layup though. Annika Shaw calls for a screen, throws it away, looking for someone inside. Driving Wong. As that's the end of the first quarter here in Palo Alto. The Vikings lead 15-4. How do you think the Cats can rebound here to start the second quarter, CJ?
Well, something the Cats going to have to do is they're going to just have to start scoring more. That's just a basic fact. And outscored 15-4. Have only scored from the free throw line and 1 shot from inside. No shots from outside.
All Paige Fronczak.
Yeah, all from one player. So that they got to find a way to score more points just with getting opportunities. or they're just going to have to shut down Palo Alto enough to the point where they can just claw their way back in there. No pun intended, by the way, on that. No pun intended.
I think it comes down to free throws. They have missed 5 free throws already, and if you make all those free throws, it would have been a 9 to 15 game. Still not what you want, but still close enough. And I think if they continue to get to the line, they'll have a good chance to come back in this one. I think free throws can help this team.
Most of their shots have come from Fronczak, all the free throws and all the points.
And a play of sideline called by Coach Peters.
Annika Shaw gets it again. Crosses the timeline, throws to the corner. Leong finds Jeffries, whose scoop layup hits the bottom of the backboard, but she's going to the line for 2. Second foul on Olivia Lowe. 4th on the Wildcats. Missed the first.
So a lot of missed free throws early on. We saw 5 from Los Gatos and 2 here from Paly.
The next one good.
As I said last week, though, in the MA game, splits aren't too bad, especially when you get later into the game. You just got to take the points wherever you can get them, right?
Yep. Wong goes inside. Handoff back to Wong. 3-ball, no.
And Wong has missed 3.
Rebounded by Shaw. She's trapped in the corner, makes a nice pass to Jeffries, who finds Carly Leong. Pulls up for 3. No good. Rebound out of bounds.
That's a fact.
Off.
That's a factor, I think. Carly Leong has not scored at all. She's 0 for 4.
0 for 2 from deep. And missed a jump shot on the layup.
And it's also Carly night. You can already feel the maybe pressure, jitters for Carly Leong.
Has an old knife to herself.
And
that's going nowhere, though. It's going to be called for travel.
Once again, they made these 2 turnovers, same exact ones, in the first quarter, and that's just lazy basketball. Set your feet, make sure you're set.
Thayer finds Wong inside Jeffries, throws it away.
I think that's something else that Coach Holmes going to have to tell him. Like, hey, just set the feet, get a stop. I don't care if it slows down the offense. Just don't get called on travels. All those turnovers most of them have turned into Paly points.
Lowe has it up top. Handoff to Shaw, gets the steal, finds Grace Thayer, missed a layup.
See, that's an opportunity for Paly to make that bucket. That's an easy layup.
And a layup no good. Off from Ashley Pashad. And as the ball's tipped out of bounds, she pleads her case about it.
And now I believe
their ball, but
yeah. Now I think the sister of Ilya Turgit, her sister Elif's going in. So we got a sister pair on the court.
Leong, another open 3, missed that one. Rebound finish by Turgid.
Maybe it's going to be the sister. Maybe it's going to be the women's version of the Lopez brothers.
And a nice block there by Jeffries.
Carly down the lane, layup, missed that too. Turgid.
A little surprised there wasn't a foul called right there.
Misses also. And Alexa Wong down the lane, lost it, got it back, corner 3. No good. Wildcats another offensive rebound.
That's great. That's a great play. Go into the body, draw the contact, and get a foul call, and try to get some free points. because it is a 14-point game, and Los Gatos has not got anything to go.
Sabrina Belquist have a stripe for a pair.
I'm going to say this, though. The Cats have got to start doubling down on their free throw chances. They have had too many and have not made enough. Now, splits are fine. As I've said, splits get your point. But you cannot miss 2 at 2. As we
That
just saw
happens
right
there.
there. Yeah, as we just saw.
It's fair to call out the broadcaster's curse.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Uh-oh. Yeah, traveling again.
Both teams, lots of silly turnovers here in the second quarter. We haven't even played 3 minutes.
You see the contrast of coaches if you look at it. Coach Peters angry and yelling. Coach Hope is kind of quiet.
Down the lane. And one.
Good drive.
For
Good
Ashley
drive.
Pashad. And their first points, not by Paige Frontek there.
Strong drive. I like that. And again, back to the free throw line. Let's see if they can make it count. It's just a note that it would be a 6-point game if they would have made all their free throws.
It's no good.
And over the back.
I think that's a classic mistake that rebounders tend to make after free throws. It's so easy to do that, and it always gets called.
Monica Shaw, pass tipped away. And it's called for a foul.
I would say that's a freshman mistake or a rookie mistake because you don't make cross-court passes. She was almost in the corner, and she made a pass all the way out, and Coach Peters, as you can see, telling her not to do that because that's an ill-advised pass.
And Coach Peters calling 30-second right there, probably just to remind the team we can't do those mistakes. That's going to kill us right there.
I think this is a time where if you're Los Gatos, if you can make a run, that would be great because you go into halftime, regroup a little, and if it's manageable, like for example, 10-point or 8-point lead.
It's 12 points right now.
Yeah, it still is manageable, but I mean, if it was a 10 or 9-point lead, you could easily come back and potentially win it too. If you want.
2 shots for Sabrina Belquist.
And another missed free throw. They got to practice their free throws. That's the only way you can make free throws. Practice makes perfect.
Miss again. But the rebound tipped out. They'll keep it. They need a bucket here. They can't buy one here. Most of their points coming off free throws. They have to go to the safety valve. And the ball's tipped away, but regained by Olivia Lowe. Alexa Wong off the hands of Pashad. Shaw scores low right.
That's lazy basketball. Just a lazy handoff, and that resulted in a turnover.
3 ball, good for Wong.
And so notice to Kwame, I don't think that was lazy. I think that was just good defense right there.
Shaw finds Carly Leong and 1.
There
and there's Carly's little section going crazy.
There it is. That's the one that they want, that the Paly fans wanted. They've been watching this one for a while. First bucket for Carly Leong.
Great pass by Annika Shaw. She has 12, 3 assists, and a couple of rebounds. Alexa Wong. Bringing the ball up. One of them was called for a reach-in, and they're in the bonus, so going to the line for 2, I guess it's double bonus now, is Michaela Farrington. She misses the first. They've missed so many free throws tonight.
Coach Peters not happy about something.
Missed the second two, but third straight time they've gone to the line and missed both.
That's something that's just that can't happen anymore at this point.
Carly Leon goes up, missed the layup. Got it back, Shaw is called for a travel.
I think if I was the refs, I'd be tired of making this call. I think this is the most times I've ever seen this call being made. Same exact thing, shuffling of the feet before you take a pivot. It's very important to set your feet. And
I wonder if after this game, Coach Holmes will have them doing running and free throws all of next practice. I'd be having him shoot free throws all of next practice if I was coaching.
Well, saying this much, I mean, season's almost over. Is there any point?
Jeffries connects on a three. Timeout. Wildcats. That's their third of the half.
And another 30-second. I'm gonna say this much though. I think Coach Holmes is actually letting the players, for the most part, coach themselves. He isn't saying too much. I'm just comparing that with Coach Peters, being very vocal, being very, very in it. And Coach Holmes, sitting back a little more, but I think he's letting the players know, hey, this is what we're doing well out. This is what we got to work on.
I think, yeah, there are always two types of coaches, or few, I should say, not just two, but Coach Peters is that, typical coach where he goes hard even though they're up by 40 and blowing the gym out. He'll still yell at someone. And Coach Holmes is not that much of a yeller.
Just under halfway through the second quarter. 3:36 to go. The Wildcats got it. Olivia Lowe to Gelfman. Back to Lowe. Finds Prashad. It rolls out. She gets her own rebound. Finds Wong. Finishes low left. Annika Shaw drives the lane and she is hammered.
And travel there. Paly fans wanting a shooting foul.
And she's called for a travel. She's not happy with that one, as Elif Turga, also a freshman, talking to her after that call and telling her to calm down. Too many travels by Shaw in this one.
Hey, how far around the world have we gone? All that traveling, It adds up, man. I mean, we're ending.
Ooh.
Great athleticism by Annie Niedhammer. Jumps through and knocks the ball away.
Look at that ball denial. I want to point that out as a nice drive by Lowe, nice drive. But that ball denial by Paly is something to watch.
And Coach Holmes, evidently he got something through. I mean, that Cats have been moving the ball a lot more, a little more screens, like you were saying they needed to do, and I think it's been working.
Turgot holding, finds Jeffries. Finds Shaw to Leon. Shot clock at 4. 3 ball, good. Carly Leon here on her own night. Drills another one. Shaw diving, knocking the ball away, but regained possession.
Oh.
Another travel.
Wow. Look at Coach Holmes right now. He's the most calm guy you can probably ever see. We've seen these turnovers 5 times probably for Los Gatos, and Coach Holmes is not even saying a word.
Wonder if he's one of those coaches, who he doesn't really show much on the court, and then we get behind the scenes. He kind of flips the switch.
Annika Shaw drills a triple. That's 15 for her.
She's putting in work. Her shot is been on the whole game.
Proving something as a freshman. A little bit of a run by Palo Alto. Have scored the last 8.
Nice drive.
Rashad scores.
Olivia Lowe has had some nice drives in this second half, or first half.
3-ball no for Shaw. Oh, that was a risky play as Paige Brosnack jumped over the out of bounds line to save it when they would have been able to inbound the ball if she hadn't touched it. It works out fine that time. 3-ball no. Rebounded by Leon. 47 seconds and counting.
There it is.
Leon, 3-ball no. Rebounded. Fought for and got by Turgott. They get back to Leon. $20 seconds to shoot. 10-second differential between the Shaw and Gamecocks. Annika Shaw has it. 10 to shoot. Leon blocked on a 3. Taken, it's a 2-on-1 for Los Gatos. Layup no good. Put back. And guess what? We got more 3 throws. It's been all 3 throws and travels, it seems like, here in the first half of play. Prashad goes to the line for another 2.
I think we're running out of ways to describe going to the line. I think we've used most of them up.
Can I just, the pattern of this game, travel, Annika Shaw, free throws. And back to Annika Shaw. That's been the pattern of this game.
Pretty much not much else.
Annika Shaw
Wait,
has...
she made it.
Annika Shaw has been points as Los
Make
Gatos.
2 a 2.
Wait, she just made 2 a 2. That hasn't happened all night. 8 seconds and change.
Look for an
Shaw
ISO
has
here.
it.
Look for Annika Shaw ISO.
Shaw doesn't give it up. Floater, no. Put back, yeah! She got it. What a half by Annika Shaw. At the end of the first half, Annika Shaw has 17, Los Gatos has 17, and Paly has 34.
It may be senior night here, but Annika Shaw has taken over.
But freshman on senior night.
And it does seem close here, but the refs have called it good. There might be a doubt, but it is definitely good. And Annika Shaw having herself a night.
Annika Shaw 17, Los Gatos 17. Paly lead as Paly delving up Los Gatos after the first half of play.
This game's boring. This game is so boring.
Welcome back from halftime. Palo Alto doubling up Los Gatos. Give us a quick review of the first half, Sine.
Yeah, let's do it. So the first half, it started out with a lot of cheers for Carly Leung because it's Carly night here in Palo Alto. So the Los Gatos Wildcats got off to a slow start. It was 9-0 before they got their first points from free throw from Paige Fronsack. And then the Paly girls went on a huge run led by number 23, Annika Shaw, who went off. And Kieran, as you said it, 17 for Los Gatos, 17 for Annika Shaw. And that's really been the story for this half. Paly is playing great, but also struggling. The rest of the players are struggling. And then for Los Gatos, the whole team is struggling with multiple turnovers and a lot of missed free throws.
And the comment on that as we start the third quarter, just it's been a little sloppy on both ends, and especially for Paly since they are 9-0 and they are going in CCS. This is not how they should be playing. This is playing like a free.
Carly Leong, pump fake 3 ball, no good.
Yeah. This is playing like, the first couple times out you see a college baseball team in February, they're still trying to knock the rust off and get a lot of high-scoring games.
I mean, right on cue as you said it, Los Gatos turned it over.
They got it back now. Paly jump ball is called.
I'm going to say this much, though. I really, really, really wish that they actually did the jump ball like they did in the pro games. That'd be so much more fun.
I think just like baseball, they're trying to speed their games up. I mean, we're not doing jump balls.
There's a good amount of future for this Paly team. Annika Shaw's a freshman as she goes for another 3, and that's one of her few misses for the night. Then there's Grace there. So, and also Jeffries, as you mentioned at the start of the broadcast. And you really see that display. I mean, Annika Shaw, she is 17 as a freshman. That's a lot, if you ask me.
Los Gatos inbounds. And guess how we start our second half? We got some 3 throws coming up for Sabrina Bilquist.
This has been a choppy game and also a very long half, if you think about it. We had at least 5 foul calls in the first
I feel
3
like
minutes.
to add to you, I feel like we might have had as much stoppages for timeouts as we did for free throws. You usually don't see that,
Right.
not in high school. And as you can see on your screen right now, we got some of the guys coming in for their senior night matchup against the Cats. That should be an entertaining game. People like my man Spencer Rojon and PJ3, Paul Jackson the third coming in. Oh, it's gonna be fun.
Paly, great ball movement. Long 3 by Leong, no good. Rebound Thayer, jumper no. Jumper good. And it's 36 to 18. Excuse me. 3 ball, no good. Rebounded by Grace Thayer. She's on the break. Euro move, missed the layup. Excuse me, that was Carly Martin driving.
I think that's the first time we just saw a pivot without traveling. And she fell down.
Broke her own ankles right there.
Alexa Wong, 3 gets blocked.
A foul. And free throws. Oh no, it's on the ground. It's on the ground. So
The first.
early on, we did see this problem of slipping a little, of not moving 2 feet at the same time. I wonder if that's a problem with the floor. 'Cause sometimes if you move too fast, you might slip on the floor. So just some of my curiosity. And a foul call drawn.
And we have more free throws. Sabrina Bilquist again. She's taken a lot. Paige Frankzak and her have taken pretty much all of them here.
The first one's good. And this is something the Cats need to get going. It's taking the opportunity of those free throws. It's 3 points on the board right there.
And it's a split.
I wonder how many possessions we can have without a whistle being called.
I'm hoping it's more than 2. I'm hoping it's more than 2.
To be honest, guys, I think this is the way Paly likes it. They like it choppy. We hardly see them running a fast. Look at this. This is a slow game. And part of that is maybe because it's Carly Leong. She's a 3 and misses again, and she gets the ball back.
Layup good.
But to my point, I think if Paly if it's this choppy, I think that's probably one of the reasons why Paly is up.
And so Nate, to add what you think, I think the reason they like it choppy is because it doesn't allow this. That's how Paly's game, at least, is being structured right now. And it's not allowing the other team to get any momentum.
Billquist buries a triple.
That's good shooting from out there.
Shaw playing catch with Jeffries. Shaw holding. Finds Turgid. Leong, very deep three. No good, ball out of bounds.
That does not count as a whistle of stoppage, right? That doesn't count as a whistle?
No.
All right.
I won't count that. But
All
I mean, can I make it a little analogy here? Remember Kobe's last game, how he almost shot every possession?
As Peyton.
Yes.
It's kind of like we're seeing with Carly Leong.
All right.
Except she's not going off for 60, but I mean, that's another thing. And the foul call, they don't like it.
Of course they wouldn't like it. It's not for them.
Well, CJ, you just jinxed it because we got a whistle, just as you said it.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh,
More
man.
free throws, and it is Paige Franczak. Oh, she got it. Now let's see if she can make two. That's only happened once all game. And there's probably been 15 sets of free throws if you combine both teams.
You know what? I'm sorry. I take that analogy of Carly Knight to Kobe Knight back. I don't think that's fair. We're comparing Kobe to Carly Leong. That's my fault.
I'm a big Kobe fan, so I don't really like that. Kobe is one of the best players ever to play the game. Annika Shaw, three ball. She got it. She's hanging with Gatos. Annika Shaw shows by 3. Paly leads by.
Guess what? That's a travel.
It's a travel. Nobody saw that coming.
It's our ex-football coach. It's our ex-football coach. That's the old football coach, the one who retired.
As Jeffries got it. Finds Shaw. Pass to Turgid. Blocked by Wong. (41-23), the lead for Palo Alto.
Open play. They've run this play 4 to 5 times where they've really had a lot of opportunities in that situation. Good job by Paly.
Annika Shaw has it up top. Finds Jeffries. Three ball. No. Shaw. Beautiful pass play. Missed the three. Carly Leong has Shaw wide open. Takes it herself. And foul.
I defend her. It's Carly Knight. Who cares if a freshman's open? Give the ball to Carly Leong and let her do her
I'm going to
thing.
say this much, though. When she's on, do you just keep feeding the beast?
Yeah, obviously. I'm personally, for me at least, as a fan of this game, and I really like basketball. I like watching basketball. This has been a fun game to watch if you're an Annika Shaw fan. It's been a fun game. If you're
Three ball, no, and that's third chance. Shaw, three ball, got it.
See, that's what I mean. I mean, this is fun to watch because of her. She has more points than Los Gatos right now.
Largest lead of the night, it's 21 for Palo Alto.
I think those points have just been taken off.
Well, that killed the Thunder.
Yeah, 30-second timeout. I think Elena Turgid got called on a foul right as Annika Shaw hit the three.
Now Shaw only has 20 on the day instead of 23.
I'm looking for that foul right now, and I'm not.
Oh, no, yeah, you see it right there.
Oh, yeah, right?
No,
right at the end.
But the ref does signal it's good. The scoreboard says it's good.
I don't know. Might be one of those situations where the bucket counts, but
Just the foul's tacked on.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Like in football, it's like touchdown stands, but we're going to add
Yeah.
at the end of the
Yeah,
kickoff. Okay, I
as-
got you.
As the points are good And the foul is added to Paly's shoulder. They're now at 5. Annika Shaw trails by 2. Has 23, Los Gatos 25. Three from the corner, no. Rebound.
Free throws.
I'm going to say something about this, though. Palo Alto's got to be able to cut down on their amount of fouls because if they're definitely getting into CCS. Now, the thing is, if they're coming up against a good private school, you know, WCal, maybe SHP, maybe Coralmont, someone like that, you know, someplace that, you know, don't officially recruit, but they've got a lot of good players. I think that may come back to hurt them. So they got to cut that down before they go into the playoffs.
And I mean, you also have to keep in mind that their main player, their best player, Carly Leong, has not been a factor in this game. So that definitely adds into.
Martin finds Shaw. Back to Martin. No good.
One thing I'll say is that this team lets it fly. We've seen so many three-pointers.
Yeah, they're not
Jeffries
afraid.
finds Leong.
Nice cut.
Maybe got away with a travel, but lays it in.
Beautiful cut.
They're not afraid to shoot. We'll say that much.
Yeah, other thing about basketball is that you have to find open space as a team. Is a nice shot selection there, but you have to find open space. Is a good steal and a nice block. Call a jump shot with Carly Leong, nice block. And to go back to that last play, Carly Leong found open space, and she cut and made the most of that open space.
That's the most angry I've seen Coach Home all night as he bounces out of his seat saying the basket should count, not a jump ball, and we have a travel. Another one.
And you at home cannot watch this, but where the arch is, just to the right of the arch, you've got the, I think one of the locker rooms for the guys, and the guys are right down there right now trying to get ready for the game, going to get taped up, stretched out. All ready for this. We're just hoping this can be just as good a game for the seniors as Carly Leong's having right now. And Palo Alto at 50 right now.
But that's a nice cut. Beautiful, find and cut. That's great basketball, 2 straight possessions.
Michaela Farrington finds Olivia Lowe, step back, 3, no, Pachado, no, Pachado gets it back. She's going to the line for some more 3 throws.
If I compare the offense, both the offenses today, the reason why the score is so lopsided is because if you look at Los Gatos, half their players are standing around. They're not moving around. There's not much movement. It's not fluid. The game's not fluid. As a free throw is made, making it 28 to 50.
20-point difference, Cats down. Trying to get back in it. They have just over 8 minutes left to try to find a way to come back.
54 seconds to go in the quarter. Carly Leong, air balls of 3. That's her 3rd air ball of the night. It is 50 to 29. The Paly Vikings lead. It's a trap, but Wong got it, driving, knocked away. 8 seconds to shoot
8
for
seconds.
the Wildcats, 23 in the quarter.
8 seconds, and we'll see what they will do. It's not a free throw, but
Pump fake, shot clock at 1. They got it off, or did they? It's a shot clock violation. Shot clock turned off. 13 and change to go in the 3rd. Annika Shaw got it. Walking across the timeline. Taking it herself. Finally goes inside. Ellis Turgott is fouled and is shooting some more free throws. She's not going to be making both misses first. 2.5. If this misses, Paly might have a shot for a tip-in. She made it. They make a long pass to Wong, just in front of the timeline. She airballs. Palo Alto leads 51-29 after 3 quarters. What do you think the Wildcats need to do to somehow come back and win this game, maybe?
Score? Very simple. Put more points on. Put up more than 20 points in a quarter.
And not let Paly score.
And not let Paly score at all, for the most part. If they score, they're going to have to up to about 30.
They need more than 20 points. 20 points, they lose by 2 if Paly doesn't score and they score 20. So they need 23 points and not let Paly score. I'm not sure if they are going to win this one.
Well, let's see what happens. I mean, hey, who here remembers John Madden?
Yeah.
All of us do.
All right. Remember the line he said about they have to play the game first, right? We got one more quarter. We got a quarter left. I'm not counting it out until that buzzer is sounded.
Eight minutes to play in the ball game. Paly will be inbounding. Shaw being double teamed on the inbound. They're really afraid of her as Paly get the ball to her after a pass. Turgott got it up top.
I'm gonna say this,
Find
Mustafa,
Shaw.
if you're double teaming, there's someone open always.
Leong finds Jeffries, back to Leong.
Look at that
Loses
movement.
the ball out of bounds.
Even though it was a turnover, look at that movement. They were running motion left to right, ball swinging from elbow to elbow.
Corner 3 pump fake by Gelfman. Driving herself, missed the layup. Wong shoots, falls down, no foul.
And will be Wildcats ball.
Again, this is a game back to being choppy. We had 2 minutes.
With 7 fouls on Paly, would that be the bonus, no?
Yes, they're in bonus right now.
Not a foul call there. I thought that was one.
Wong plows over Jeffries, no call, scores low, right?
Maybe the refs are letting them play, because it's a game that's out of hand.
They've called enough travels and fouls. Annika Shaw missed the layup.
Good drive, though. I really like what Annika Shaw has done today. She's been impressive.
Jump shot, no. Rebounded by Carly Leong. Jeffries.
I like that the refs are letting them play here. Might be seeing a little reaching foul here and there. I like that.
Turgott gets knocked to the ground, no call.
It's a little bit of soft, though. I mean, it's not like she's getting absolutely destroyed on the shot. It's a little bit of push. That's going to happen.
And the refs are fatigued, too. This game started at, what, 6:15? It's 7:40 right now.
Annika Shaw tripped on Ellie Turgott on that play. So they had 2 players on the ground, and it is a foul.
Yep. So 1 minute goes by with a foul not being called.
That may have been the longest all game without a travel.
Might be right, actually, thinking about it. Yeah.
Yeah, going back to this one, I think for Paly, you have to make sure that these fouls get less, as CJ you mentioned before. And then, of course, the offensive fluidity, they kind of fell asleep in some parts of the third quarter.
Leong has it up top. Finds Turget, missed the layup. Abita foul comes from behind. No foul call.
And you know something just to think about for Coach Peters, I mean, is this the point to start putting in the subs? I mean, you're up 20. Yes, it's a league game. But do you contemplate maybe putting some more of your subs in?
And there's
Elquist going to the line again.
On the cameras? Or do you guys know?
23.
I can. Oh.
Makes the first.
Shaw is 23. She's cooled off a little bit in the second half. Not a lot, though.
She has her number.
Is shooting your number a good thing in basketball?
It depends.
I will give you that.
But I'll tell you what, 23 for high school basketball.
I mean, Andre Drummond obviously doesn't want to be shooting his number. He's number 0.
The fans celebrating as she made
After
that
the
long
whistle,
shot.
Shaw just pulls up and drills it from the timeline, showing off her range. One step in front of a yellow line, just pulls up after she hears the whistle.
I'm sorry, Steph Curry, have you been watching? Steph Curry can get some shooting tips.
Maybe they're off tonight.
There we go.
I like this Paly team. You have Carly Leong, she hasn't done much.
No, this is not the strongest team Palo Alto has had, but it is definitely a very good team, especially in league play where it matters more. Because winning league gets you an automatic spot.
I'm impressed, though, because without Carly Leong, I thought coming into tonight, Carly Leong would be their only option on offense, and I've been proved wrong.
(51-33). It will be Palo Alto ball. They find Shaw on the inbound, being guarded by Pashad.
Yeah, I think at this point the refs are just basically going to let everything go for the most
Carly
part, unless
Leong
it's deliberate.
Finds Turget. Layup, good. 20-point lead again. 5:22 and counting to go into ball game. It looks like Palo Alto has this one in hand, but the subs still aren't on the floor.
Oh, and I wonder if Coach Peters is just going for the dagger right now.
I thought the dagger's already put.
I don't know. Down 20. I say give it about 5 to 8 more points, and it's probably that's probably about the time when just nothing, because you're not going to have enough time. But the foul total, I'm going to say this much: so the foul total is getting up there. We're at 9 right now, almost at 10.
You know, at the beginning of the quarter, I almost felt like the refs were purposely not trying to call anything, but it just tells you how sloppy this game has been.
Long
look at
short
that.
on a 3.
That was a clear foul call. Refs are not calling that. But we're probably going to see 2 more foul calls before the play ends.
Leon gets it. 3 ball, good.
Standing ovation.
Leon has a good amount of points. Kind of like Kobe. Not the best percentage for her last home game, but she's putting up the points.
But I mean, she's been quiet. She missed her early shots.
And Paly starts chanting air ball after the layup, no good. And this matches the largest lead for This match is the largest lead for Palo Alto. It's 23.
Oh, yeah, look at those handles. A foul.
Shaw always passing in. Has passed in all the other inbound plays until this one when they're under the basket. The pass goes into the backcourt, but Leon got it. 4:15 to play. Driving. Wide open lane. Scoops it in. Corner three by Wong. Good. Rolled around.
Good ball movement. Good ball movement.
And a timeout called. Full timeout. I believe that's by Coach Holm, but I'm not certain.
There's the three by Leon.
If you've lost us in return, not too much has changed. Gonna say that much.
Uh, 58-36. Palo Alto leads. Shaw has it. 3:45 to go. Pass to Leon.
Nice little show and go, I guess. By Carly Leon.
But a quick bucket on the other end. And the pace of plays really just picked up in the last minute. 2 quick buckets.
Hands calling for Carly Leon.
Why is Annika still playing? Why is Annika still playing?
We apologize for our director coming on set, and possibly you might have heard his voice.
Leon at 17.
Walking the ball up is Ashley Pashad. Goes to the corner.
And substitution action, last
Corner
one.
3 by Wong.
Someone we haven't seen all night, Esme Stotland, the 5'9" power forward. I don't know about listing as power forward, but she is not exactly a short person on the team. Right around the middle.
But CJ, as you said before, it's interesting that the subs are still not in.
Yeah, for the most part. And Coach Peters has just been playing all his starters. You know, we haven't seen Nate Hammer. We haven't seen Daniel. We haven't seen Rollison or DeGeronimo. We have basically been seeing the same faces on the floor for the most of the night.
Free throw, no good. Shaw. Baseball passes it. Finds.
Jump ball.
It's a jump ball. It will be Palo Alto's ball. It looks
And I
like.
think now Coach Peters is starting to put in his subs. He just put in Daniel.
For Shaw, it looks like her night is over.
Annika Shaw played a very good game, but Carly Leong is emerged in these last few minutes. She got subbed out now.
Would you give player of the game to her?
No. It's been all Annika Shaw. Even though Carly Leong may have 17, those 17 came in garbage time. Really.
Palo Alto has it back.
I would say dribble it out. I think if you were Coach Peters.
Yeah, just wind as much time down as you can right about now.
Exactly.
14 on the shot clock.
But we got another foul.
There's a foul.
I don't think that's smart at this point. I mean, for the most part, the game is over. We should just.
21-point game, 146.
And this is also interesting. Some of the starters coming back for Los Gatos. I do not know what Los Gatos is doing.
Their season's ending. Let's just give the starters some time. They're not. Doesn't look like they're gonna make the playoffs.
It's kind of like what they'll do in some schools. It's like, hey, even though they know the game's a blowout, they'll just put their seniors back in right at the end of the game.
19 on the shot clock. They look to be holding it out.
Yeah, just waste as much time as you can.
She trips on the ball, and the jump ball is called.
Yeah, every 20 seconds it seems like we have a whistle here and there. And I know I've been saying that the whole game, but that's really been the story of the whole game. It's been sloppy basketball by both of these teams.
And Palo Alto should not have that, especially getting ready for playoffs, especially for CCS.
3 ball, no it is. Rebounded by Palo Alto. They had a break. They don't use it as they go back to the backcourt just before crossing the line. And it is.
And a good steal.
Alana Abeda was knocked to the floor on the last play. .45 seconds to go.
And Carly
Leong
checking back in. This will be the last time on her home court. Special moments right here.
Probably she's going through a lot of emotions right now. Holding it up top. Directing the offense.
Give it back to her. Let her do what she wants to do with the ball. This is the last 30 seconds you have in your high school career.
She's holding 6 on the shot clock. 3 ball, no good. And that may have been the last offensive possession Carly Leong ran here at Palo Alto in her high school career. Carly Leong dribbles it out. A 19-point victory for Palo Alto. Our final score, Paly 60, Los Gatos 41. We want to thank our entire MC Sports student crew. Our next broadcast will be coming up in 15 minutes to half an hour. For my broadcast partners, CJ and Sune, I'm Kieran Acosta. This has been a student sports production of the Mid-Penn Media Center. Have a great night.